her wrong, she boy. She's so sexy, boy, and so pretty, boy. You should see how she gyrate, boy, like a milkshake, boy. She undulate, boy, like a rattlesnake. Then suddenly, an ex-belly man tricks for me mine. Come from behind, now she back, and he attack. She feel jelly, she went crazy. I ain't dancing with no big belly man, big belly man, big belly man. Don't you touch me with your big belly man, big belly man, big belly man. I want a bony man, I want a bony man, I want a bony man, I want a bony man. When I want pork chop, I just go to the shop. If I can't feel the bone, leave me alone. I want a bony man, I want a bony man, I want a bony man, I want a bony man. All belly men in the party, say ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. And all the bony men, say he, he, he. He, he, he. Listen, no matter if you're fat, no matter if you're thin, we ain't gonna stop this partying. Everybody, ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho.
Let me hear you now.
He, he, he.
Uh-huh. Greetings and salutations, one and all.
God, let me skip right.
Welcome to the night shift to DJ Kevin Stewart. Healthy Love Night.
When I see
I
how
want to say big ups to each and everyone locked in right now.
funny boy, I'm so hungry boy.
And those on TuneIn Radio on the night shift to DJ Kevin Stewart, welcome to the broadcast.
Had a holy boy, like
Much love to those who are hailing from across the pond on One Harmony Radio.
she hunt.
Top of the morning to you guys over there in the UK.
Then I jam she.
Much love, King Genius.
Oh, what a cry. Then suddenly she said,
I want to say big ups to those who are locked in out of New Jersey on NIE Radio. Hanging out to New Jersey's finest, the motivator.
boy, wine and wassy boy, what a baddie boy. Everybody
I want to say big ups to those who are locked in out to New York.
chin boy, only lasting boy.
Flexing, exhibiting the power of music on island worldwide.
Woman, started
China Nicole, how you doing?
busy.
Gary, how things?
Man, you should hear what she tell he. What
I want to say big ups to those who are locked in out of Long Island, New York on Reggae Pulse Radio.
big belly man. Don't you touch me with your big belly man.
Blessings to DJ Atomic Force and the crew.
Belly man. I want a bony man. I want a bony man. I want a bony man.
Much love to those who are locked in on the Foundation Radio Network, ClintonLindsay.com.
Hello, I just go to the store.
The veteran in the business,
Feel the bone.
Mr. Twinkle Toes himself, Clinton Lindsay.
I want a bony man. I want a bony man. I want a
Bless up, Mr. Lindsay.
I want a bony man.
I want to say big ups to those who are locked in out of Texas. Those on Allowap Radio, Music Media Group, and WGLRO,
The people got the wrong she boy.
the People Station, home of the Donnie Walker Morning Show.
Boy, you should see how she
Touching from Detroit to Denmark and all points in between.
undulate boy, like a
Big ups, Donnie, how you doing?
then suddenly an ex-belly man tricks for me mine. Come from behind, no
I want to say blessings to those on Zeno FM,
she attack.
bubbling in the stew pot.
Tell you, she
Those on Clubhouse,
I ain't dancing
hanging out in the stew pot. Yeah, that's a club name.
man, big belly man,
Much love to the massive on Facebook Live.
big belly man, big belly man.
And those on YouTube Live.
I want a bony man. I want
And now you guys on Facebook Live and on Clubhouse. Remember,
I want
it's only a segment broadcast, so don't get too comfortable. Come on over to kevinstew.com. The link is pinned in the comment section and in the description.
a bony man. I want a bony man.
Hey man, come over to the home of the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.
All belly men in the party.
I want to say big ups to those who are locked in at the home of the night shift,
And all
kevinstew.com.
say he.
Two options to watch:
No matter if you
embedded player and the YouTube player.
we ain't gonna stop this partying. Everybody,
I want to say big ups to the English General.
come down.
big man himself, Mixmaster J. That's it, bro. Of course, I want to say thank you to my segment sponsors. Pulse Media Group and Being in the Moment is priceless. Give them a call. They can take care of your videos, your photos, your streaming, your advertising, and much, much more. Everything you see here on kevinstew.com, they have been taken care of. And more. So they host my website, and they provide me with streaming services, and they can provide you with streaming services too. Go ahead and give them a call. 754-999-1140. What kind of services? Streaming. For what kind of event? Well, church service, wedding, funeral, party, graduation, seminar. You name it. Let's give them a call. 754-999-1140. 754-999-1140. Tell them Kevin Stew sent you. I want to say thank you to Althea and her Healing Heavenly Hands. Althea is a licensed massage therapist operating out of Broad County, North Miami-Dade and South Palm Beach counties. She comes to you, bringing her table, her oils, and over 20 years massage therapy experience. Go ahead and give her a call today. Schedule your appointment. 954-655-9000. If your muscles are in pain from working out, she understands, because she's also a certified personal trainer. So go ahead and give her your schedule your appointment. Give her a call. 954-655-999-000. That's 954-655-9000. She only has one request outside of paying her. That is to get off her table and go sleep somewhere else when she's done. It's called the Kevin Stew Clause. Because I'm famous for falling asleep.
Don't you touch me with your big belly man. Belly man.
I want to say thank you to Reggae Global Entertainment.
I want a bony man.
Reggae Global will act as your booking agents, handle your tour management, take care of your business registration, legal service referrals, music production, marketing and promotion, and much, much more. Give them a call, 954-804-8199. That's 954-804-8199. Or you can reach out to them on reggaeglobal.com. Just tell them Kevin Stew sent you, and they'll be happy to take care of you. I want to say big ups to McNeil Trucking. With McNeil Trucking, your goods are in good hands. They're licensed and insured movers in the state of Florida. So you want to move from point A to point B, put some things in storage, send some things off by shipping? No worries. I don't have transportation, don't have equipment, don't have manpower. You have the name and you have the number. McNeil Trucking, 954-406-9740. Tell them you heard about them on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Blessing George Prophet. How you doing, bro? The sound of the mighty Sparrow kicking us off tonight with a track called Big Belly Man. Inviting you to call a friend, tell a friend, friends of your friends, friends of your enemies, enemies of your friends, and your enemies too. Call up everybody because the information is good. Yeah, man, don't be stingy with it. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the support. Remember, the phone lines are open, so you don't even have to worry about it. What's the number, you might ask? I'm glad you asked. Those of you watching, you can see it scrolling across the bottom of your screen now. It's 773-789-STEW. 773-789-7839. One more time, 773-789-7839. That's 773-789-STEW. phone lines are open right now and will be open for the remainder of the night.
I want a bony man.
So you can call, you can text, you can WhatsApp, you can Telegram from anywhere in the world.
A bony.
You don't need to be shy.
I don't like fat hoe, and that ain't no joke. But you got some bone, so
Thank you, Mighty Sparrow, for kicking us off tonight.
I want a bony man. I want a bony man.
It's funny that we should get started with this track because tonight we're talking about belly fat.
Look here, oh, I want a big bony man, yeah? But I can't get this set of flesh for me.
An old man in the dance said, listen,
A bony man,
I want a bony man.
bony man. I want a
Don't come rub up on me, you know. If I want jello, I'll go to the store, you know. I want some bone. If I don't feel it, leave me alone. And, you know, there are people that feel that way. There are some people that say, listen, it's more cushion for the pushing. And there are others that say, it's my tool shed. In fact, Sparrow himself said, okay, you see my belly, that's my tool shed. So, you know what comes out of the tool shed? Tools. So, talk to Sparrow about it. Don't talk to me. I don't know. But having belly fat, is it something to make light of? Or do we really need to sit down and digest the information as it relates to it? Because we don't really know much about it or the dangers relating to it. So, some of you might have resolved to lose some of the belly fat because you think it looks unattractive. Well, it could be an aesthetics thing. The better reason that such fat, which is known as visceral fat, is seriously unhealthy. So that's a better reason to get rid of it. And this is according to HoustonMethodist.org. And you might be wondering, wait, Houston Methodist is a church? Well, why not? Why not? If you are looking at your overall health, yeah, then you should consider your spiritual health too, right? You know, when I was growing up, one of the things that I learned going to Sunday school was that your body is the temple. And you should take care of the temple. You know, when you go to church, you don't really go to church expecting it to be dirty and have all kind of trash all over the place. You expect church to be clean, like a hospital. You expect it to be clean, right? Well, that's how our bodies should be. And so, if you have things packed up, stored up, in places where they shouldn't be, you need to do some spring cleaning. And so, here we are, looking at belly fat. The issue is health. It is not cosmetics. It's not about aesthetics. And this is according to Dr. Gareth Davis, who is a bariatric surgeon at Houston Methodist. Yes, it's a hospital, not a church. Just to clear that up. I left that out earlier. The presence of visceral fat is a good predictor of the development of chronic metabolic disease, whether it is hypertension, heart disease, or diabetes. So, tool shed, not so much. Probably chronic issues? Well, yeah, that's pretty much the direction we're heading. It is impossible to target belly fat when you start a program to slim down, but a reduction in weight will shrink your waistline and, most importantly, help reduce visceral fat, which lies underneath the abdominal wall, in organs, and in the lining around the intestine. Now, how do you know if you have visceral fat? And why is it so dangerous? And what can you do about it? Good questions, right? Well, we're going to be looking at some of that information tonight. Now, first thing to recognize is that not all fat is created equal, just like everything else. The fat that lurks just below your skin is in much of your body, which is the kind that you can pinch. Yeah, that kind of fat. That is called subcutaneous fat. Now, this padding around the sides, the glutes, the thighs, the upper arms may look cosmetically unpleasing, but it's actually fairly harmless. Now, visceral fat, that's a different thing. This is very harmful, and it accumulates deep within the abdominal cavity, where it can be, you cannot actually pinch it, but it pushes the belly out. It's called visceral fat because of the padding around the internal organs like your stomach and your intestines. So it's called visceral fats. Now, the heavier you are, the fuller the standard areas to store fat become. Meaning, the fat ends up being deposited around your abdominal organs and your heart. Now, in surgery with these patients, it's a very short distance from the skin to the belly. But then the belly is just filled with fat. You have fat in the liver, fat lining the intestine. Go into that abdominal area and there is fat everywhere. The problem is, according to Dr. Davis, that fat is dangerous. He notes that visceral fat, the visceral fat cells are biologically active, essentially an endocrine organ that secretes hormones and other chemicals linked to diseases that affect older adults. Now, among the chemicals are cytokines that boost the likelihood of heart disease and make the body less sensitive to insulin. So you know what's going to happen there. Here comes the diabetes. Now, they also produce a precursor to angiotensin, which is a protein that causes blood vessels to constrict. And what happens when you have constricted blood vessels? You have a rise in blood pressure. So here you have diabetes coming along. You have high blood pressure coming along. And this is just because of visceral fat. We're not talking about anything hereditary. We're not talking about lifestyle as yet. Well, not directly. Because once you start talking about visceral fat, it has to get there somewhere, some way, somehow. So, which way is that? Now, the most precise way to determine how much visceral fat you have is to get a CT scan or MRI. But there are easier ways to know whether you have a lot of visceral fat or subcutaneous fat. The first is your body shape. Yes, the way you shape. People with a pear shape, characterized by bigger hips and thighs, tend to have more subcutaneous fat. Those with an apple shape, characterized by a wider waistline, well, they have visceral fat. So, pears, more subcutaneous, visceral, are apples. So, are you an apple or a pear? Do you know? A tape measure is an even better way of keeping tabs. A waist circumference of more than 35 inches in women and more than 40 in men, this indicates an unhealthy amount of visceral fat. Wait, 35-inch waist on a woman. Yep, that's a problem. Not to say it's a problem, but it's a health problem. Measure your belly at the level of your navel, not at the narrowest part of the torso, at the navel. Don't suck in your gut or pull the tape tight enough to compress the area. Don't cheat. If your overall body size is large, these measurements might not be meaningful. Which means if you're generally big-bodied, or what some would call big-boned, well, there isn't really such a thing, because more or less our bones are around about the same size. It's just our muscles that differ. Anyway, we're not gonna get into that. But who the ones that people are considered big boned, rather than focusing on the absolute cutoff, monitor whether your waist is growing over time. And that should give you a good idea of whether you're gaining visceral fat. Now, cardiovascular health is the number one causality of visceral fat. Number one. Numero uno. One large study of European women aged 45 to 79 found those with the biggest waistlines had more than double the risk of developing heart disease. It was nearly double even after adjusting for risk factors such as blood pressure, cholesterol, smoking, and BMI, body mass index. Every additional 2 inches in the women's waist raised their risk by 10%. Every additional 2 inches raised the risk by 10%. So, if you are 10 inches over, you see where you are at, right? Visceral fat has been implicated in a number of other conditions as well. So, it's not just the high blood pressure or the heart conditions or the diabetes, but you have asthma coming into play. In a large study of California teachers, women with high levels of visceral fat were 37 times more likely to develop asthma than women with lower levels of visceral fat. A find investigators attribute to such fat's inflammatory effects throughout the body, including in the airways. So it's not that they just had asthma. Asthma developed over time as a result of the increase in visceral fat. There's also cancer. Visceral fat has been linked to colorectal and breast cancer. A Korean study found that the chances of getting colorectal cancer nearly doubled among postmenopausal women who accumulate visceral fat. Similarly, a Dutch study found that participants with waistlines greater than 35 inches who lost 12 pounds had changes in biomarkers for breast cancer. Changes like estrogen, leptin, and inflammatory proteins indicating a reduction in breast cancer risk. Dementia also showed up. A California study found people in their early 40s with the highest levels of visceral fat were 3 times more likely to develop dementia 30 to 40 years later than those who had the least abdominal fat at that age. So, and I'm thinking they're really talking about 30 to 40 years earlier. I believe that was a typo. But dementia does come into play with visceral fat. So you have the heart disease, the high blood pressure, the high blood pressure causing heart disease. You have the diabetes risks, and in addition to that, you have dementia coming into play, asthma coming into play, cancer coming into play. So where do you stand with your belly fat? And I'm not trying to body shame anybody, but I am trying to health shame you. Yeah, because we have families. We have people that love us, even if we don't love ourselves. And maybe that's the core of it all. Maybe we have lost some of the love for ourselves. And so we allow ourselves to just let go. But what about those that love us? Do we even care? because we're leaving some people behind that we might not yet need to leave behind. Eventually, yes. But why you want to speed up the process? But these conditions are not the only ones that show up by way of tests and following what happens with belly fat. You have other conditions linked to visceral fat, like diabetes, well, we mentioned that already, stroke, compromised lung function, heartburn, sleep difficulties, and migraine headaches. Some people wondering why their headaches going off, why their migraine just being triggered over and over and over. It's in your gut. Yep. That's where it is. So what we're gonna do real quick is take a break, right? Take a quick breather. When we come back, we're gonna talk some more about dealing with this belly fat issue. And again, I'm not trying to shame anyone. If you're ashamed, don't be. If you're inspired to do something about it, if you're inspired to learn something more, if you're inspired to talk to a family member, a friend, some loved one about what is happening with them, as you should. Because if you claim to care about them, you should be able to talk with them, right? If this is the case, you do need to come back after the break because we're going to talk some more. In fact, you need to call them up and say, hey, listen, Stu talking about belly fat tonight, and I think you should tune in. I'm not trying to body shame you. I'm not trying to say anything about you, but I'm concerned about you. And if this is a health risk and we can do something about it, let's find out all the information that we can to do something about it. Yes? Sound like a plan? Cool. Speaking of plans, do plan to go visit my Mary Kay store. Yes, my Mary Kay store. I am an independent Mary Kay consultant. So come on over. Anybody that has skin can get something from my Mary Kay store. It is marykay.com/Kevin Stew, which means men can get stuff too. You have a beard, you can find some stuff for beard care. You have a face. We all do. Take care of your faces. We all like fragrances. So get something for the man in your life. Get some men's fragrances from my Mary Kay store, because they're available. marykay.com/Kevin Stew. Those that are concerned about skin tone balancing, there's a product for that too. It's called the CC cream. Go and check it out. marykay.com/Kevin Stew. We're going to part company with those on Clubhouse and Facebook. Come on back later on kevinstew.com and affiliates for the remainder of the broadcast. We'll be right back.
Policy Media Group, innovative streaming and recording, has done it again. A new way to get your business in full view of your neighborhood consumer through AdShare TV. It's available in your neighborhood today. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. Become a host today and place a TV monitor in a strategic location so it's easy to see. Get a 1-minute video ad or longer that plays anywhere in our network. Can't be a host? No problem. For a few dollars, we'll run your 30-second video ad. A host can run announcement specials like buy one get one free or discount ads. Let's turn your flyers into a 30-second video with music or a voiceover, or let us create and run your video ad with a spokesperson. Take advantage of our early enrollment discount. Join us today. Your ad will be seen at least 30 times per day in your AdShare TV neighborhood. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. AdShare TV, part of Policy Media Group.
Smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in physics, I learned that I'm a loser.
Today in school,
In math,
I learned that I'm ugly
I
and
learned
useless.
that I'm trash.
And in gym,
In biology,
I learned that I'm
I
pathetic
learned that I'm fat
and a
and
joke.
stupid.
In history,
Today in
I learned that
school,
I'm trash.
Today in school, I learned that I have no friends. In English, I learned that I make people sick. And at lunch, I learned that I sit on my own because I smell. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes
In
me.
biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid.
In English,
And in
I
math,
learned that I make people
I
sick.
learned that I'm trash.
The only thing I didn't learn in school today
The only thing I didn't learn today
The only thing I didn't learn
is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
It's Christina representing for DJ Kevin. You see me, I say, I don't know the boss. You see me, I say, DJ Kevin's Chew and the night shift radio show. Yo, it at the thing, turn up the thing loud. Whoa, DJ Kevin's Chew at the heart of a champion. Never underestimate, just choose him. The silver line behind the dark clouds. DJ Kevin's Chew, believe him, and that's no doubt. Salute the night shift radio show, Christina. It's a hot it up, loud. Kill the beast.
Life is good. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good. Wake up to start my day off. Thank God for my whole life. Go outside, sun is shining. Take a car drive to a nice beach. Not a worry in the world, just me by myself. Not a worry in the world, left my problems at home. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good. Say love, we should meet up at the movies around 3 love. What you wanna see? What you wanna eat? Let's go have a drink. Endless possibilities. Not a worry in the world. Just me and my girls. Not a worry in the world. We just came to have fun. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good.
The sound of Rachel Davy Lee. A track called Life is Good. And it is especially good if we continue to live it. But if it's a case where we're just giving up on it, and for no reason other than just can't be bothered, then that's a problem. If as you go about your life, you realize that you're carrying a few extra pounds, you're not alone. You're not the first to do it. You're not going to be the last. But there is one case where following the crowd is not a good idea. And this is one of those cases. Carrying extra weight, especially in the area of the gut, as in belly fat, can be very risky, as we touched on in the first segment of the broadcast. Now, those of you that are listening in, you can share your stories. If you used to have some body weight and you suffered from certain conditions, certain ailments as a result of it, and since losing that said body weight, things have changed, then I'd love to hear your story. And probably so would everybody else. So go ahead, give us a call, 975, sorry, what's my number? 773-789-STEW. That's 773-789-7839. You can call, text, WhatsApp, Telegram from anywhere in the world. Phone is ready. I can in fact, let me just double check something here because it buzzed just a second ago. No. Okay, cool. That wasn't it. So go ahead, use up the phone line, share your stories, share whatever information that you may have. You can even Skype me. Kevin.stew is a Skype handle. Go ahead and hit me up, okay? And even if you don't want to do it now, if you want to do it after the broadcast, we can still do it, all right? So, according to mayoclinic.org, the trouble with belly fat is that it is not limited to the extra layer of padding just below the skin, which we learned is subcutaneous. It also includes visceral fat, which lies deep inside your abdomen, surrounding your internal organs. Again, when a surgeon goes in where there is a lot of belly fat, it's a lot of fat to work through to get to the internal organs. That can be problematic. Now, regardless of your overall weight, having a large amount of belly fat increases your risk of cardiovascular disease, insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, colorectal cancer, sleep apnea, premature death from any cause. Not just one particular cause over here or one thing over there. No. From any cause. And high blood pressure. Now, we all know that people of color tend to be affected a whole lot more than others when it comes to certain conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. So we especially need to be mindful of this and watch out for it. Your weight is largely determined by 3 main factors. Did you know that? 1, how many calories you consume during the day. 2, how many calories you burn off through daily exercise. And 3, your age. Yes, age is a factor. Now, if you eat too much and exercise too little, you're pretty much unlikely to pack on some extra pounds, which includes the belly fat. Getting older also plays a role. Now, as you age, you lose muscle, especially if you're not physically active. Loss of muscle mass decreases how quickly your body uses calories. This now can make it more challenging to maintain a healthy weight. According to the 2015 to 2020 dietary guidelines for Americans, men in their 50s need about 200 fewer calories daily than they did in their 30s due to this muscle loss. Now, if you're working out, yeah, you can keep some muscles or even pack on some where to keep up your calorie usage and keep your calorie intake up there too. Now, your genes can also contribute to your chances of being overweight or obese, as well as they can play a role in where you store fat. However, balancing the calories you consume with activity can help prevent weight gain despite your age or your genetics. So again, let's play the balancing game, because it's important in maintaining this overall health. Drinking excess alcohol can give you what is considered a beer belly. Now, I don't know why it's only called a beer belly if it's not just beer you're drinking, but it's called a beer belly. But beer alone isn't to blame. Drinking too much alcohol of any kind can increase belly fat, because alcohol contains calories. And if you drink alcohol, you should do so in moderation. Everything in moderation. It's not just to say that, drinking alcohol is bad for you. You should never do it because it's going to cause you to put on weight on your belly. No, no, no. That's not what they're saying. They're saying everything in moderation. So if you're drinking alcohol, drink it in moderation. Take a little sip here, take a little sip there. You don't need a whole bottle every night. Come on now. Save some for another night, no? For men aged 65 and younger, moderation means up to 2 drinks a day. See, they're not even saying you only need to consume 1 alcoholic beverage in a day. They're saying you can have up to 2 drinks. Glasses, not bottles. Or, well, maybe beer bottles. But we're not talking about wine bottles. Or vodka or brandy bottles. Okay? Moderation. For men older than age 65, we're talking about 1 drink a day. The less you drink, the fewer calories you'll consume, and the less likely you will be to gain belly fat. See how easy it is? Cut out certain things from your lifestyle, and voila, you'll start to make changes. Yeah, it's as easy as that. It doesn't have to be complicated. So, again, how do you determine the whole body fat thing? Measure. Just take a tape measure and put around your stomach. Just above your hip bone, go around the navel, and pull the tape so that it just fits snug. Not tight, not just loose, just snug. Don't push it in, don't let it push into your skin, don't let it pull. And make sure it's at the same level all around. Don't try to cheat the thing. Now, relax. Exhale as you measure your waist. Because, some people, because they know that they're measuring their waist, it's going to suck in. No. You don't have to listen to them people that telling you to tuck in your belly. No. Let's don't. Let's get the true measurements. Because with true measurements, now you can truly have an idea of what is going on. And once you pay attention to what is going on, then what do you find happening? We start fixing some of the problems that we are encountering. Yeah? So, for men, a waist measurement of more than 40 inches or 102 centimeters, depending on where you're listening from, indicates an unhealthy concentration of body fat and a greater risk of heart problems. For women, again, we're looking at about 35 inches. So, don't, you as a woman, you start hitting the 30-inch mark. If you're a bigger body woman overall, then you need to take everything into consideration. Not just looking at the numbers of the measurements around your stomach. However, if you weigh, let's say, you're 5 feet 2 inches and you're weighing in at about 105, you should not be having a 30 waist, a 35 waist. No, that shouldn't be happening. And if that is happening, let's go ahead and ask some questions. Is this genetics? What is my overall health? What is my BMI? And what are we possibly looking at here with visceral fat? Because no, this can mean problems. Am I having problems breathing at night? Am I experiencing sleep apnea? Am I constantly checking my blood pressure and it is too high? These are all questions that need to be addressed when you have a situation like that. You can tone abdominal muscles by doing some simple exercises. You can do crunches or other targeted abdominal exercises But just doing these exercises won't get rid of belly fat. You know, some people think, oh, I'm getting some belly fat. Let me start doing some crunches. Let me start doing some sit-ups. Let me plank some more. No, you need a little bit more than just that. Visceral fat responds to the same diet and exercise strategies that can help you shed excess pounds and lower your total body fat. So, yes, the crunches and the ab workout may help, but you need to add a little bit something more to it. You're talking about doing the whole lifestyle change. You're talking about lifestyle changes. Talk to Nurse Marva Riley. Yeah, she'll tell you a whole story about changing your life. Well, changing your lifestyle to save your life, because she did it. And in the book Eat, Sleep, Meditate, she talks a bit about it. In the book Share Simple, Healthy, Easy, Inexpensive Recipes, she actually gives you some recipes to help you along the way. But yes, eat, sleep, meditate. These things help. Yes, sleep. Can you believe it? Sleep. We'll talk about that, some more about that later on. So, what do you do to battle the bulge? Hey Pat, how are you doing? Eat a healthy diet. Focus on plant-based foods, such as fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Choose lean sources of protein, such as fit and low-fat dairy products. Here's the thing about low-fat dairy products, though. Let me just chime in my 2 cents here, because there are some people that would probably have something else to say about it. But here's my thing with low-fat dairy products. Have you ever seen low-fat dairy producers? I'll let you think about it for a moment. Have you ever seen a low-fat cow or a fat-free cow? That's unhealthy, right? So where does low-fat thing come from? Low-fat dairy. The fat is in there for a reason. The problem is because of what we're putting into our dairy, into our cattle, and because they have fat, what we're giving them is being stored in the fat. And so when we're consuming dairy products, whether it be the milk or the cheese or even the beef, the meat, we're getting some of those products, the antibiotics and the whatever else that the cattle is getting. And it's being transferred to us. And as a result, we are also getting bigger, because these are not healthy big cows. They're genetically big or scientifically big cows, so that they look big. But, you know, it's a science of it all. So that's my thing when it comes to low-fat dairy products. You want to limit your saturated fat, which is found in meat and high-fat dairy products. Again, low-fat, high-fat. If you're going to be eating beef, choose your beef wisely. Yeah? If you know the farmer that is slaying the cow, and you know how the farmer raised that cow to produce you the meat that you're buying from them, then all the better. Because now you can talk about how they went about doing it, and you know you're getting good quality meat. Because it's high in protein. Marva posted on social media recently where she talks about a high protein diet. And she talks also, and I probably need to bring her on and we can talk about it a little bit. These, what are they called? Plant-based meats. Now, if you want to get your protein from plants, go ahead and get the protein from the plant. Eat the plant. So if it's from peas and beans that you want to get your protein, why do you want to eat a peas or a bean created meat? So here is this product that is made to taste like some meat with beans or peas as their base. Well, just eat the beans or the peas. You're going to be eating this processed, because they have to process it for it to get that taste or that texture. So if you're trying to stay away from processed foods, then why you want to be eating plant-based meat? That in and of itself is an oxymoron. The only plant-based meat you're going to be eating is the cow. Because cows eat grass. Grass is a plant. See? Simple. But I don't know. I'm only a DJ. I'm not a DR. So you don't have to take my word for it. Go ahead and do you. But understand that if you do you without knowledge, then I don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know what you're doing. Some comments here. Grapefruit itself is great on belly fat. That's what I've always heard, Pat. Certain fats natural to the body is okay. It's what certain meats we eat carrying unhealthy things to our bodies. Yes, fish is good to eat typically. Vegetables can reduce fat too. Health food products such as cleansing the body by detox can clean excess waste from the body. You know, the human body is a really interesting thing. It actually takes care of itself if you take care of it. So even things like cleansing, I'll tell you, my body does a thing periodically where it does a self-cleanse. You know, I go for a bowel movement and it's different from other bowel movements. Naturally. So the whole cleansing thing, yeah. Not to say that you shouldn't do it. Personally, I don't. Because at this point in time, I don't need to. What I need to do is to stay healthy by way of keeping active, eating a particular way, getting adequate amounts of rest. These things are important. Drinking water. Yeah, I'll see me with my water bottle quite a number of times. It's right here. Actually, here we go. I make sure I drink my water. So, drink your water. Because that too is important. And see, Pat just said it too in the chat. Water can reduce fat. Everything in moderation. Even the water. So eat a healthy diet. Choose moderate amounts of monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, which is found in fish, nuts, and certain vegetable oils instead. Yeah, man, go for it. Keep portion sizes in check. There are some people that want to always supersize the thing. Yeah, you don't need to. Why? You that hungry? Seriously? Then, no, something not right. Even when you're making healthy choices, calories add up. At home, slim down your portion sizes. In restaurants, share your meals. Or eat half of your meal and take home the rest. There was a time when I would be killing everything on the table and some. And when I say on the table, I'm talking about eating my food, your food, and the next person's food too. But I grew up. That's all I can say. I grew up. You want to replace your sugary beverages. We talk about this unhealthy love all the time. Drink water or beverages with wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm reading this right, because I'm calling out the Mayo Clinic on this one. So they're saying replace sugary beverages, drink water or beverages with artificial sweetener instead. What? And this is the thing about some of this information, you know. And I made sure that I wanted to point this out. The artificial sweetener, you notice it is artificial. So why would you want to go with something artificial in your natural body? Tell me. Again, we're trying to move away from the highly processed stuff because of the adverse effects. So why would you want to drink a beverage that has artificial sweetener in it versus a beverage that has natural sweetener, or as close to natural as you can get? You cannot. All right, here's a sweetener for you: brown sugar or cane sugar versus any bunch of the other sweeteners that are branded artificial sweetener. We're not talking about stevia, and stevia has some processing that is done to it too. So you have your agave, you have stevia, you have brown sugar, which are pretty good sweeteners. But what you also have is honey. And if you wanna answer to that when I say honey, that's fine. You can. But even honey, why you not sweetening your drinks with honey? You have a problem with honey? You're allergic to bee sting? Cool. Bee sting is not in honey. What can I say? And a lot of the honey also helps with allergies, depending on the honey that you're getting from where you're getting it, because of what these bees, where the bees are getting their nectar. You know, the type of flowers that they're getting their nectar from. So it's beneficial to us. But you want to go and get some artificial sweetener to sweeten your drinks? Come on, seriously? Mayo Clinic, you need to do better than that. You should not be encouraging things like that while at the same time trying to discourage unhealthy practices. How do you do that? Anyway, we continue before we take the next break. Include physical activity in your daily routine. For most healthy adults, the Department of Health and Human Services recommends moderate aerobic activity, such as brisk walking for at least 150 minutes a week, or visit rigorous aerobic activity, such as running. This you can do for about 75 minutes a week. And in addition, you can add some strength training exercises at least twice a week to your regimen. Now, if you want to lose weight or meet specific fitness goals, exercise more. This whole belly fat thing you don't get rid of it overnight. You might see some commercials every now and then, various places talking about, oh, you can burn your belly fat this quickly. No. Losing belly fat takes a lot of effort, and it takes patience. To lose excess fat and keep it from coming back, you want to aim for slow and steady weight loss, not the quick fix thing. And we're in a time where we want everything now, this instant time. No, let's move away from that, because slow and steady wins the race. The hare and the tortoise, we all know the story. Slow and steady wins the race. So take it easy, take your time, no need to hurry. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to talk some more, wrap this up, go into musical therapy. Call your friends, tell your friends. You still have time. Friends of your friends, friends of your enemies, enemies of your friends, and your enemies too. Information is still good for everyone. And even if everybody miss it, not a problem. The podcast is available. It's called The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew. You can listen to it everywhere you get your podcasts. And of course, the YouTube playlist is there of the same name. So, comments here before we go real quick. Fast foods increase fat and can cause other problems to the body. Instead of using sugar in your tea or coffee, use honey. That's what I'm talking about. And cane sugar is pretty much the best sugar there is. Your brown sugar. And honey is better than that. Go figure. What else? These commercials will cause cancer, don't fall for it. Listen, one thing I can tell you for sure. If you don't know it by now, you're learning it tonight. The biggest business in the United States is a pharmaceutical business. And you can tell by the amount of ads you see on TV. Every commercial break, you have at least what? Especially in prime time, you have at least 3 ads selling you some drug. So, prime time takes money. And if you can be advertising drugs in prime time, that means that you have the money for it. Yeah? So, I'll just leave that right there. Follow the money trail and see where it takes you. Right into our hospitals, right into our corner stores, right into your pantry. Some of them. But we can change that now, can't we? We're going to take a quick break. When we come back again, we talk some more. Looking at healthy love. It is healthy love when we're looking at belly fat. You have an issue with it? Whether it is on you or someone else, someone that you care about maybe? Well, they need to be listening to this broadcast. We'll be back. Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind, and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
Making great music is one thing, sharing it with the world, that's another. Let the professionals at Reggae Global Entertainment help you to another level. Specializing in artist management, booking, public relations and marketing, and promotion, Reggae Global Entertainment can help you with event planning, websites, photography, and video production, press releases, legal services, and graphic design. They can even help you with music production, so you can get the sound that you want every time. Call Reggae Global Entertainment at 954-804-8199. That's 804-8199. Or visit them online at reggaeglobalentertainment.com.
When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulseemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.
Hey yo, this is Carman to let you know that right about now you are logged on to DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift. Don't move.
Hey fatty boom boom, sweet sugar dumpling. Hey fatty boom boom, let me tell you something. No, not because you're so big and fat. Don't believe I'm afraid of that. Self-praise is no recommendation. I'm looking for creation. fatty boom boom, the sweet sugar dumpling. Hey fatty boom boom, let me tell you something. To me that look like mouse on a $1 bread. I wouldn't stop trying till I drop down dead. Never let your big size fool you. The cooler day you be cool you. That look like a mouse on a $1 bread. I wouldn't stop trying till I drop down dead. Never let your big size fool you. The cooler day you be cool you. Hey fatty boom boom, the sweet sugar dumpling. Hey fatty boom boom, let me tell you something. I say not because you're big and fat. Don't believe I'm afraid of that.
Listen,
Is no recommend.
too much seriousness can be detrimental to your health. Everything in moderation.
Hey fatty boom boom,
Son of Carl Malcolm.
sweet sugar dumpling.
A track called Fatty Boom Boom.
Hey fatty boom boom.
Let me tell you something. Alright. Alright. Please understand. Yes, we put a little chuckle in there, but it's still a serious matter. This whole idea of this belly fat. And we do need to take care of ourselves. We do need to try to live the healthiest life possible. So, what are some of the things that we can do to limit this belly fat issue? You know, how can we reduce it? How can we control it? But you know, sometimes you share what it is that you make for dinner, and I just want to jump on a plane and come to New York because you cooking up some things that I just absolutely love and very seldom consume. Cornmeal porridge. You know how long I haven't had some cornmeal porridge? Anybody down here in the Fort Lauderdale area want to come and or want to make some cornmeal porridge for me? Using my porting voice. So, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Healthy Love right here on the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew. Tonight we're talking about belly fat. And right now we're looking at some ways to manage it, to reduce it even, or to completely get rid of it. So, recommendations according to healthline.com. Eat plenty of soluble fiber. Soluble fiber absorbs water and forms a gel that helps slow down food as it passes through your digestive system. Studies show that this type of fiber promotes weight loss by helping you feel full, so you naturally eat less. It may also decrease the number of calories your body absorbs from food. And what's more, soluble fiber may help fight belly fat. An observational study, over 1,100 adults found that for every 10 gram increase in soluble fiber intake, belly fat gain decreased by 3.7% over a 5-year period. Again, slow and steady wins the race. I won't always be too far away, Pat. I won't always be too far away. Make an effort to consume high fiber foods every day. Things like flaxseed, shirataki noodles, Brussels sprouts, avocados, legumes, blackberries. Add these to your diet every day, and they'll make a major change. Soluble fiber may help you to lose weight by increasing fullness and reducing calorie absorption. Try to include plenty of high fiber foods in your diet. So you want to lose some weight? Again, flax seeds, shirataki noodles, Brussels sprouts, avocados, legumes, blackberries, all work wonders. High fiber. Avoid foods that contains trans fats. People need to watch their diet so that they can eat healthier foods. I eat blueberry, it's essential. There we go. Well done. Trans fats. These are created by pumping hydrogen into unsaturated fats such as soybean oil. Pum, pum, pum. They are found in some margarines and spreads, and also often added to packaged foods. But many food producers have stopped using them. These fats have been linked to inflammation, heart disease, insulin resistance, and abdominal fat gain in observational and animal studies. People know. Food manufacturers, they know. It's not any hidden secret. No, it's out there. We just need to pay attention, and we need to be mindful of what we're consuming. A 6-year study found that monkeys who ate high trans fat diets gained 33% more abdominal fat than those eating a diet high in monosaturated fats. To help reduce belly fat and protect your health, then you need to pay attention to your ingredient labels and stay away from products that contain trans fats. And these are often listed as partially hydrogenated fats. So it's not always labeled what we think they're going to be labeled. Know the items on your labels. Read your labels, please, people. I eat a lot of Brussels sprouts, broccoli, spinach, cabbage, callaloo, apples. Fiber foods are good. You know, but boy, I am going to come and raid your kitchen one day. Watch. One day, just going to hear a knock on the door. Who is it? Stu. Yeah, man. Don't drink too much alcohol. We talked about this earlier. Alcohol can have health benefits in small amounts, but it's seriously harmful if you drink too much. Again, everything in moderation. A little bit of red wine is good for you. It's good for the heart. But you drink too much, you become an alcoholic, and what you end up having is this large belly as a result of alcohol. So, reduce your alcohol intake. We talked about that earlier. Eat a high protein diet. We also touched on that. Protein is an extremely important nutrient for weight management. You know, weight builders, bodybuilders are big on protein. So high protein intakes increases the release of the fullness hormone PYY, which decreases appetite and promotes fullness. So you stay feeling fuller longer. Good protein sources that you can have daily: meat, fish, eggs, dairy, whey protein, and beans. Which is interesting that they have dairy on this list. But you notice, what they're called. So this is a list from Healthline.com. The Mayo Clinic talked about fat-free or low-fat dairy. Well, come on. If you're gonna have something healthy, you need to have whatever it is. Whole foods in its closest to natural form is as healthy as you're gonna get. There are no such things as fat-free cows. I don't know how you're gonna get fat-free dairy products. That's all I'm saying. Meat, fish. Which meat? Which fish? Well, what's it called? Farm-raised fish. Just went blank just now. Farm-raised fish is like, I don't go anywhere near farm-raised fish, to be honest with you. If it's not coming in from the ocean, I don't want it. Simply that. Don't give me the farm-raised fish. And we're not talking about ocean farms either. I'm talking ocean. So the fisherman need to go out there with his net or his basket or his fishing line and bring in that fish. That's the fish that I want to consume. Not this farm raised thing, tilapia. What is that? I won't even get started. Reduce your stress levels. Yes, that's why I stopped talking about the fish. Reduce the stress levels. Stress can make you gain belly fat by triggering the adrenal glands to produce cortisol. This is known as the stress hormone. Research shows that high cortisol levels increase appetite and drive abdominal fat storage. You want to reduce the stress. What G. Cole said, peace of mind is a holiday, right? Take a holiday. Go ahead. Don't be shy. Take a holiday. In fact, I agreed to start at my musical therapy with that song. Where is it? Yeah, have it loaded up, ready and waiting to go. So, what is more when it comes to stress? Women who already have large waists tend to produce more cortisol in response to stress. Increased cortisol further adds to fat gain around the middle. To help reduce belly fat, engage in pleasurable activities that relieve stress. Now, do I need to give you a list of pleasurable activities or can you use your imagination? Cool. I think you can use your imagination. Okay, some comments here. Once in a while I will drink a glass of champagne. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead. Drink a glass of champagne. Don't drink a bottle, drink a glass or two maybe. But yeah, again, moderation. Celebrate the day. In the mornings, I will make blueberry muffins with 1 egg and turkey sausage. Again, processed meat. But here we go. Moderation. Yeah, your continental style breakfast. I don't mind it. So I'll come knock in the evening and I'll say goodbye in the morning after breakfast. Because you adding things to the menu right here, no Pat. You adding things. Once in a while, blueberry pancakes and strawberries and eggs, but not all the time. Ackee and saltfish with fried dumplings. But yes, what's for lunch? So we have dinner sorted out, we have breakfast sorted out. What's for lunch? Tell me the menu. Let me know. So next on the list, according to healthline.com, don't eat lots of sugary foods. Sugar contains fructose, which has been linked to several chronic diseases when consumed in excess. Again, when consumed in excess, not just when consumed in excess. So these include heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and fatty liver disease. Observational studies show a relationship between high sugar intake and increased abdominal fat. So it's important to realize that more than just refined sugar can lead to belly fat gain. Even your healthy sugars, such as real honey, should be used sparingly. Well, or sparingly. Here's the thing. Your honey, if you use the same amount of honey as you do your artificial sweetener, you're still better off with your honey. There's no real rocket science behind it. Yes, excessive sugar is a problem, but if you're using honey to sweeten your drink, you don't need excessive amounts of it. And it has significant benefits. You have other benefits than just the fact that just sweetening whatever beverage you're drinking. Try it. The next time you make some lemonade, take your real lemons or limes, the ones that have the seed in it, preferably, and sweeten it with honey. And see the experience that you have. Drop me a line. Tell me about it. 773-789-STU. Do it. Let that be an experiment for you this week. Social experiment. Especially if you're in any of the states that is experiencing severe heat, like over there in Texas, that seems to be melting away. I don't even know what's going on over there. So here it is. You have high heat index and flooding. Just a terrible combination. But pray for those in those areas. West Virginia had some severe floods over the last couple of days. So, pray for the people there. Do aerobic exercises. Yes, we digress. I drink lemon with honey in it. It works. There you go. As a matter of fact, home remedy. Coming down a little bit of a sniffle, flu, little thing. Lime, honey, garlic, ginger. Home remedy. Simple home remedy. Blend that up together. Take it by the tablespoon throughout the course of the day. 2 tablespoons in the morning, 2 tablespoons midday, 2 tablespoons at night. Do it for about a week, 5 days to a week. Boom. You're good to go. Honey is a natural antibiotic. Garlic is a natural antibiotic. Lemons, limes contain vitamin C. Ginger is also a natural antibiotic. How can you go wrong? How? Anyway. Yeah, so I digress. With going down the list, exercise, aerobic exercise, do your cardio workout. It's an effective way to improve your health and burn calories. Studies also show that it is one of the most effective forms of exercise for reducing belly fat. Yes. So do your walking, do your running, do your spin classes, do your jumping jacks. If you have bad joints, you definitely want to use something like an elliptical machine or a stationary bicycle or even a real bicycle. Go riding. It's not as bad on the joints. Or swim. Take up swimming. It's like the total body workout. You work your lungs, you work your forearms, you work your legs, you work your core. Swimming takes care of everything. Do swimming. Swim about 20 minutes every day. Maybe not every day. It can wreak havoc on your hair, ladies. So, but do some exercise, do some cardio, because that will help. Cut back on carbs, especially refined carbs. We talked about this. Diets with under 50 grams of carbs per day cause belly fat loss in people who are overweight. Those at risk for type 2 diabetes, women with polycystic ovary syndrome, these all benefit from low carb diets. Then, if you can add some resistance training to your workout or add some weights, that can also help. Studies involving people with pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease show that resistance training may also be beneficial for belly fat loss. So get your strength training, get your core muscle building training in there, because you will not be sorry. In more ways than one, you will not be sorry. Get plenty of restful sleep. This one right here. In a country like the US, where it's all about go, 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 you're always being pressured to meet the next deadline. And so it is high stress. We talk about reducing stress because it reduces cortisol levels. And here it is, we're talking about getting restful sleep, and plenty of it. Because sleep is important for many aspects of health. And we've talked about this. Marva talks about it in her book, Eat, Sleep, Meditate. You see that? Eat, sleep, Meditate. We've been talking about food and exercise. Well, the exercise would come in with part of the meditation part because, yes, yoga, excellent form of exercise, but it's also an excellent form of meditation. So, eat, sleep, meditate. Choose your things. Sleep is important, especially when it comes to your weight. Studies show people that don't get enough sleep tend to gain more weight, which includes your belly fat. A 16-year study involving more than 68,000 women found that those who slept less than 5 hours per night were significantly more likely to gain weight than those who slept 7 hours or more per night. But it's not just women. It happens for men too. But they're specifically targeting women for this study for whatever reason. The condition known as sleep apnea, where breathing stops intermittently during the night, has also been linked to excess visceral fat. In addition, when it comes to sleeping at least 7 hours per night, make sure you're getting quality sleep. And if you suspect you may have sleep apnea or any other sleep disorder, talk to your doctor. Don't just take it upon yourself, Talk to your doctor. But yes, get some good sleep, get some good quality sleep. I don't have a TV. Well, I do have a TV in my room, but you'd never know that there's a TV in my room. One, it is not plugged in. There's a picture in front of it. And I try to limit the amount of electronics in my bedroom, to be honest. Yes, I have my cell phone in there charging beside my bed. Yeah. But in reality, I go into my bed to do bedroom activities. Like sleep. Yeah, y'all need to elevate your minds to the gutter. Yes, I said to the gutter. But yeah, use your bed for procreation and sleep. Use your bedroom for that. Don't be watching TV in your bedroom. Take your TV, watch TV in the TV room or in the living room. Leave it out there. Play video games out there. Don't take it into your bedroom. Even the amount of magnetic waves, like electromagnetic waves in your bedroom can affect your quality of sleep. And if your quality of sleep is affected, then the amount of sleep you get might also be affected, which then leads to the problem of not getting enough sleep, leads to the problem of increased visceral fat. You see how it is all connected? But yet still, here's the thing. Every room needs to have a TV, so in the next big sale, you can get 3 TVs for the price of 2, and you want to put the TV here, you want to put the TV there, you want to put the TV everywhere. No. Think back to the days when you only had a TV in the living room and how much longer people lived. Think back to the days when the family used to go and take a walk, how much longer the people lived. Now the only walking that the family is doing is walking from the living room to the kitchen. And not all members of the family want to do that. They're not even walking around to the store. They want to get some fast food and not walking around there to go do it. They're going to order it. Yeah, some delivery service will bring it. Come on. Think on these things, people. If you're going to eat junk food, at least walk it out. Ride a bicycle. Skateboard. Something. Don't just sit around and consume whatever. That's how you end up having the belly fat and end up with the belly fat problem, which causes the cardiovascular diseases, which causes diabetes, and any other myriad of things related to visceral fat. So now you have to be working for 2 years to get 1 year of summer body. Seriously? Yeah, I said slow and steady wins the race, But maintenance is better than repair. So let's maintain. Let's reduce the amount of stress. That way, reducing the cortisol levels. That way, we can get some good night's rest. And take on the next day with some nice breakfast where you have some healthy meals. You can drink a beer here and a little glass of wine there or some champagne there. You know, but nothing in excess. Get your exercise in. Park at the furthest part of the parking lot and walk to the store. Get some steps in because your day may be crazy because of your work hours, because of the family, the children, getting them off to school, doing homework and such. Not a problem. Incorporate these little things into your daily lives. Oh, you have more things in here. Apple cider vinegar and lemon is a blood cleanser. Red onions, garlic, and lemon build your immune system. Recommended to use in the winter. What's that? Horlicks hot drink? You drink Horlicks? Pat? Yeah? Homemade cooked food is the best. Yeah, you can't beat it. You cannot beat it. But even if you're gonna get your processed food, I grew up drinking Horlicks. It was one of the things. I went from Milo to Horlicks to Milo to malted milk to Horlicks to Milo. But that was when I was growing up though. Now I just do oat milk. I season it the way I like, or spice it up the way I like it, and that includes some nutmeg. I do add turmeric to my oat milk. Garlic, cinnamon, nutmeg, turmeric. Add that to my oat milk. I might put some protein powder in there. Yeah, I do that. Don't knock it until you've tried it, and until you've tried mine, you'll fall in love with my milk. I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, so what do we do? What do we learn for tonight? Belly fat. Visceral fat, not your subcutaneous fat, the fat that you can, pinch cheeks, that kind of fat. No. The one that are close and wrapped around the intestines and the stomach and they're deep inside the gut. That kind of fat, your visceral fat, that is what causes the belly fat. That is what causes the extended bellies. That is what can lead to diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, cancer, sleep apnea. All these things just from a little belly fat. Who'd have thunk it? And we just take it for granted, right? And we continue doing the things that we always did that gave us the same results. Where we're stressed out and we're putting on weight and we're not getting enough sleep. Fix it. Fix it. That way we can fix our health and we can live long, fruitful, healthy lives and be at peace.
I say you're never gonna get me down.
As I said, musical therapy. We're kicking it off with G. Cole. Track is called Peace of Mind is a Holiday. Thank you to McNeil Trucking.
And it's a trip that I love to take. And every time that I make this journey, it just blows my mind away. Peace of mind is a holiday. And it's a trip that I love to take. And every time that I make my journey, it just blows my mind away. It's such a blessing to be alive in this world that we all reside. And you can call it what you want.
Pleasant dreams, Pat. Thank you for the support. Truly appreciate love, yeah.
You may not realize it, but you're truly blessed. And I know sometimes it's hard. You've worked all day and you don't see rewards. Come on, my brother, let down your guard. Aim for the skies, you might just reach the stars. I know it's money that you're trying to make, but if you're tired, you should take a break. It's not worth it if you break down. There's just a way too much at stake. Take a vacation if you want to. Spend some time with the ones that want you to be okay, because they love you. Oh my God, I said I wanna thank you. Peace of mind is a holiday, and it's a trip that I love to take. And every time that I make this journey, it just blows my mind away. Peace of mind is a holiday, and it's a trip that I love to take. And every time that I make my journey, it just blows my mind away. I say you're never gonna get me
This is on a Jordan, Mr. Congo Bongo himself.
I'm cooking today.
That's the title of the track right there. It's called Cooking.
Today, I got some items through. We got some quinoa will do.
What you cooking today?
Cooking today. What I'm cooking today. Items through. We got some spell dumpling will do. This I wanna eat a. You need about 5 minutes more for this sipper. I said the walnut porridge well thicker. I said the ital through with a kick. Say me want no come in no one no little bitter. You know see you me calabash stick. First coconut better in a it. I be safe just a little bit. Hallelujah no, oh hallelujah. Hey, yes sir, it's a boy Jordan Congo Bongo himself, and I represent for Kevin Stew on the night shift. City in and Kamola vibes. Yes, I. Seasoning up. Well cut up.
Thank you, Jordan.
Good fire blaze up. So you know some pot and boil up. Seasoning up. Well cut up. Good fire blaze up. So you know some pot and boil up. I'm cooking today. What I'm cooking today. I got some items through. We got some quinoa will do. I'm cooking today. What I'm cooking today. Items through. We got some spell dumpling will do. This I wanna eat a. You need about 5 minutes more for this sipper. I said the walnut porridge well thicker. I said the ital through with a kick. Say me want no come in no one no little bitter. You know see you me calabash stick. First coconut better in a it. I be safe just a little bit. Feel it more when me forward. Frost off on me split. The kitchen I forget a visit. I'm cooking today. What I'm cooking today. I got some items through. We got some quinoa will do. I'm cooking today. They must know what I'm cooking today. Items through. We got some spell dumpling will do. No meat no in my kitchen. Rastafari no support blood spilling. Pass I some chickpeas or some ackee off the trees. Wild rice so you wild so. Fill the pot of water, can't spoil you. Coconut a bubble down, hile you. Call on my damsel, them can't style you. When you steam the callaloo, you make it mild so. And she no eat them KFC nor them burger. Watch it, Babylon where you heard her. And she no eat no for a burger. I'm cooking today. What I'm cooking today. I tell you, we got some quinoa will do.
This is the sound of Audley Rollin. Track called Close to You. Some know him as The Wiz, and you can catch him on a Sunday morning on Reggae Global Radio. Working out with his wife, the beautiful Dawn Marie. On our Reggae Global Radio every Sunday morning, 10 a.m.
Never leave your side. Close to you is where I want to be. Close to you is all I can see. Close to you feels heavenly. Those good things happen when you're close to me. I'll trust you in all you do. It's crystal clear, this love is true. My one and only forevermore. I no longer have to search anymore. Close to you is where I want to be. Close to you is all I can see. Close to you feels heavenly. All the good things happen when you're close to me. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are
This is the sound of Marcia J. Ball.
just like me?
Her track called Close to You.
Close to you. Why do stars fall down from the sky?
This one recently released. Go ahead and get your copy everywhere.
They long to be close to you. On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled my dust in your hair, a black and starlight in your eyes, a brown, your brown eyes. That is why all the girls in town follow you all around. Just like me, they long to be close to you. Oh yeah.
This is the sound of Novelty.
Come on back, come on back.
It's called So I Can Love You.
I'm not ready to let you go.
Lose the visceral fat.
Come on back.
Cause I'm not ready to let you go.
I'm not ready to let you go.
Yeah man, my album coming out soon, yeah?
I will tell you when I'm ready. I got to let you know. I got to let you know. Don't walk away from me, baby, like that. 'Cause you can't. Don't turn
son of Empress Unique. It's called I'll Always Love You.
You brought me joy. I love you more than you ever know. I live for you. I'll sacrifice to guide and provide, give you a better life. In my heart forever, I'll never let you go. Never let you go. I'll never let you go. Never let you go. In my heart forever, I'll never let you go. Never let you go. I'll never let you go. Never let you go. You know that I do. Yeah. I'll always love you. You know that I do. Yeah. I'll always love you. All that I can now will do for you. The rest of your journey is up to you. Whatever you have to face as you go on, my love will be a shelter from the storm. In my heart forever, I'll never let you go. Never let you go. I'll never let you go. Never let you go. In my heart forever, I'll never let you go. Never let you go. I'll never let you go. Never let you go. You know that I do. Yeah. I'll always love you. You know that I do. Yeah. I'll always love you.
Girl, I will never change this. Real love, baby, I could never fake this. Oh, girl,
Music from Deville.
it's contagious.
It's called Happy.
A lot of things, but I'm glad that I found you. I found you. It don't really matter if it's winter, summer, spring, or fall. If I gotta go against the world for you, I'd risk it all. I hope you know what you mean to me. When you're with me, I feel complete. I'd give up everything before I let you go. As long as you're happy, see you happy, that makes me happy. 'Cause you mean the world to me. As long as I'm living, my only mission is keeping you happy. You happy. I just want you all for me. Whenever you call for me, you know that I'll be on my way up. No matter what time on it, I just want you to understand me. Oh yeah, nothing else comes before you. It don't really matter if it's winter, summer, spring, or fall. If I gotta go against the world for you, I'd risk it all. I hope you know what you mean to me. When you're with me, I feel complete. I'd give up everything before I let you go. As long as you're happy, see you happy, that makes me happy. 'Cause you mean the world to me. As long as I'm living, my only mission is keeping you happy. You happy.
How did I make it through? Well, I had a feeling it'll be alright. Yeah. I looked to my God and He cleared the way through. He gave me the feeling it'll be alright. Sunny days are ahead. I'm supernatural. I'm walking in my faith, 'cause I have a purpose.
Best believe you do have a purpose.
Even if I fall hard,
And if you let belly fat take you over, you might be missing out on your purpose. The son of China Nicole, a track called Supernatural. As we close out this night shift, this healthy love edition of the night shift.
broken down, torn apart.
I want to thank you all. Truly appreciative of each and every one of you. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to the affiliates. As we part, remember to look out for members of your community. Remember, your community is more than development. It's the development that you live in. Getting tongue-tied. But it spreads far and wide. So those that you pass on the bus, the plane, the boat, or the train, whether you walk, ride, or drive, these are members of your community. Do something good for one of them today, because you never know who's going to do something good for you tomorrow. My name is DJ Kevin Stew, so I like to do it to you, for you, and with you every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday right here, kevinstew.com, 10 p.m. Eastern, and affiliates. Much love to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you, wherever you are in the world. From right here in South Florida, I bid you all a good night. Be good. If you can't be good at it. I'm out of here. Greetings and salutations, one and all. You're invited to tune in to the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. It airs on Mondays with Community and Finance, Tuesdays with Healthy Love, and Wednesdays with Real Talk from 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time. Come spend some time interacting in the stew pot where we keep things bubbling and wind down in musical therapy. The night shift with DJ Kevin Stew is on kevinstew.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.